What's up, everybody? How you guys doing today? It's your man, Black Cobra. You know, I am here once again with the Wheel Life Show. What's up, Ustride? I see you in the place, man. Good to see you, brother. What's up, Nelson from Germany? I see you. Bunny Slippers, my man. What's up? Harp, what's up? We got Electric Simon. Malcontent Youth. I always love that name, man. Oh, yeah. Good to see everybody. Let's see. Yes, yes. This is true. All right. So before we go any further, today, as you saw from the title, today is all about the InMotion V12. Just a quick chat. As you can see, everybody not everybody, but everybody in the EUC field has been talking about this InMotion V12 rather. We've been so excited for this wheel to come out. And now that it has leaked and we got some upfront images and some specs, there's a lot of excitement around this wheel. Of course, there's still a lot of controversy because, you know, I'm one of those people, I believe it when I see it. I get excited for it, but I really hope that it is, I'm a glass half full. So I'm hoping that it's just as good as they say it's going to be. I'm praying that what they say is true. I'm praying that it's even better than they said. I'll be honest, that's what I'm looking for. I hope it's even better than they said it's going to be because that's what I want. But, you know, it is what it is. We're going to talk about it a little bit and give you guys an opportunity to give your opinions. Everybody has been talking about it, so we're just going to talk about it some more. One thing I do want to say is, and I'm going to pop it in the comments, if you guys, if you want to come on, if you have a good setup, now please don't do this if you don't have a good setup, but if you got a good setup at home, and you can, oh wait, let me go back here. No. That's not what I wanted. And you can jump in. You want to jump in and tell me your comments yourself live on the show. I'm going to put that in the comments section. So let me know you're thinking about it. You want to jump in and you can pop yourself in. All right. I put the guest link in the comments. So, but again, please don't do it if you're out somewhere, you're doing something. If you're sitting at home and you have a good camera and good lighting and you know, a good mic, headphones, or you're all set up, then go ahead and jump in. Anybody in the community, you guys know I love to talk to people, so we can make this happen. And I want you guys to tell me how you feeling. You know, what you thinking about this? Okay, Showtime. Showtime's in the chat. What's up, girl? What's up? Yo, Law, what's up, man? Glad you made it in. Glad you made it in. So far, most people just saying, what's up, what's up, what's up? Yes, V12. We're going to talk about it. I'm going to show you some stats. I know you guys have already seen it. If you're in the chat rooms, you're on Telegram, and you're checking these things out, then you've already seen it, but we're going to put it up and talk about it anyway. Have some more conversation about it because, honestly, this thing it's got me excited. It's got me excited. I'm not gonna lie. It's got me excited. It's got me thinking that this may be something that I'm really anxious for. So if you guys are feeling the same way, obviously let me know, because this has got me. I feel excited like I did when the 16X was coming out, and I was hyped about the stats and specs. And then of course I got it, and I was just as thrilled when I got it because I was happy with what I got. The product lived up to my expectations. So I hope that the same thing to you guys. I hope that that's what happens with you guys. But we got a guest jumping in. Let me pull her in right now. My girl, my partner, it's showtime. Give it to me one time. Yes, yes. Yo, welcome. Yeah. I like it. She got the shirt on. She got her shirt on. All right. So, we are talking about the V12. So I'm going to tell you my opinion, then you can tell me what you think. Because I know you got an opinion about this. I know you do. So first of all, let me do something real quick. I want to pull up a quick look at this beast so everybody can see what I'm talking about, and then we'll be talking about the same thing. I mean, obviously you guys seen it already, but let's pull it up so you can. I got a good one. I like this image right here. Tell me what y'all think. Ooh. Does that look sexy or what? I don't know, y'all. Some people are hating on the look, but I'm thinking I'm loving it. I'm just saying.
It's innovative.
Right? What you think?
I think it's innovative. I mean, it's definitely what's up for InMotion. You already know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but what do you like most from what you saw so far?
I like the size of it, the shape, and it just looks sleek. It reminds me of like the new wheels that are coming out. Like it's trying to be competitive. So
right.
I want to try it. I don't know about you. It's not like you want to. I want to try it.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you for real. I'm anxious about this thing. I'm excited to get on it and give it a ride. I can't. I haven't gotten a whole bunch of details, but I did get some from people that are trying it out. And the biggest thing I'm gonna share with you anyway is that it's a hell of a ride. From what I understand, this wheel is a hell of a ride. It's a 16-inch wheel. Now I saw some people thinking it was an 18-inch wheel, and when I first saw it, I thought it was an 18-inch wheel too. But in looking at what I see here in the specs, it says it's a 16-inch wheel. And I'm going to run back to the spec page, because if you look at the spec page, I think it was this one, because there's a couple of different pages that were out. And I don't know if it was on this one. It might not be. No, it might not be on this one. It was another spec sheet that I was looking at that had the exact size of the wheel, but it is a 16-inch wheel. But a 16-inch wheel with crazy specs. Like here, let's take another peek. You look at what we got here, right? It's crazy. They got 70 kilometers per hour, and I convert everything because we don't do kilometers per hour over here, but 43.5 miles per hour. That's the max speed.
I can dig it.
That's real good. 43.5 is much faster than the 16X. And I'm going to compare it a lot to the 16X because it's a 16-inch wheel. So if the top speed is that, and and they give it a mileage rating of 99 miles. But of course, we got to break that down. 99 miles, but that's with a full charge, 165-pound rider on a flat surface at 77 degrees going 12 miles per hour. Now, come on, y'all. Who rides at 12 miles an hour? it's
So we're
just
looking at like 50.
for real. Like if you're now if you're doing range, obviously if you're trying to do range, I can see you doing 25 miles an hour because you're trying to go for range. But who rides at 12 miles an hour? Come on. Is there anybody in the chat room that rides at 12 miles an hour? If you do, please let me know because I need to know who this is. You're full of it. You don't ride at no 12 miles an hour.
When you leave your wheel in the car and you know, and it won't go over 12 miles an hour because it's beeping. Yeah.
Go ahead, tell them the story. Go ahead, tell them that story.
So I just needed car work done, and who needs a ride when you have a wheel? So I was like, okay, I'll drop my car off and I'll just ride back home and work from home. And I left the wheel in the car in the trunk, and I said, I'll get to it. Took it out, and it was just not happy. And that was like the death ride home. I couldn't speed. The wind was blowing, like, and here I felt like Dumb and Dumber, you know, when they were on the little moped and they had like little snots all frozen to their face. And I kept leaning on the wheel, and it was like, beep. I'm like, no, no.
Oh, that's funny.
Yesterday, I did mention it like 2 nights before, but lesson learned.
Oh, I like that mug, by the way. I like that mug.
Oh, yeah. Matches my cool attire, right?
Oh, hold on. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So, all right. Let me go through the comments. Let's see. Reppin' Philly. Yo, I don't watch hours of Netflix. I want videos of people talking about EUC, and it doesn't get boring. All right, Bunny Slippers. We at least get you for an hour or two. You know, a little bit of time. We'll get you in there. Mick Walker, what's up, man? Jose, what's up? Good to see you, brother. Glad to see you in here. E-Border, what's up, man? Yes. Good to see InMotion back. I'm with you, brother. It's good to see them back in the game, you know, back in the game. I love it. You know, because honestly, you guys know me. If you've been following me for any time, you know that I started on an InMotion V8, and I was happy with my V8 for about a week and a half because I love the V8. But I'm a big dude. I needed more power and more speed. I just like everything the InMotion had for me. Like I loved the safety specs. I love the fit and finish. Their wheels are polished. There's not a rough rush and throw it together kind of feel. All their wheels feel like a polished, finished product. And that's what I love about InMotion. As you can see back here, I have that InMotion V11 rocking right behind us. So I love the fit and finish of all their wheels. They do a good job of finishing them off. Now, I'm not saying they're perfect. I'm just saying the company as a whole, to me, does a good job of putting things out. Right. So seeing that they have brought themselves now into the 40+ wheel category on a 16-inch wheel, I'm excited because number one, this wheel is going to be dope. And yes, I think this is going to knock the 16X out the box. But it's also because this is something that they're doing just for a 16-inch wheel. So if they're doing that from a 16-inch wheel, imagine what they're going to do after that. They're going to throw on, you know, a 18-inch wheel, a 20-inch wheel, you know, and they're going to kill it. But before we go any further, I do have somebody else who just jumped in. Hey, there he goes. Ustride. What's up, man? What's going on? How you doing, brother?
I'm good. I'm sorry if my connection is not as great, but you know, one good thing about the wheel is that it's 43, right? But the best thing that's going to come out of it is that it's the only wheel that's probably going to do a tilt back at that speed from the box. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah.
So that's just one thing I didn't understand why Galway didn't do that. And
yeah. Me
if
too.
InMotion keeps that feature, then that would take care of a lot of our concern for cutouts at that speed. You know what I mean?
Yes. Because like when we were riding the other day, Now,
Hmm.
now, if you haven't seen the video yet, guys, so you probably don't. Actually, you probably seen the post. Jediah came down and rode with us the other day, so we had he actually came down twice. We had some really good rides. We had a lot of fun. But one of the things I'm noticing on the playback of the video, beep 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 beep. I was riding at 41.9 miles an hour a lot, and I didn't really realize it. So when I play the video back, I'm rocking and rolling and having a good time, and I didn't hear beep 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 beep. But it would have been nice if it said, "Hey, whoa, hey, whoa." You know, I know that at 40 miles an hour, it's a little startling to get tilt back, but if you beep 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 and then start tilting back slow, then I know I can't go any faster than that. I,
Yeah.
I think I was close to cutout on the EX and didn't realize it.
No, you look really comfortable in that wheel for sure. Even at 15, what was it, 15% or 35%?
No, 38% I got down to. And yeah, I was comfortable on it. The wheel is smooth, but I would like, and I mean, partially my fault. I guess I got to figure out a way to set up a speaker up here so that I can hear it, or put it in my headset, my Bluetooth, something. But I couldn't hear it. And playing it back on that camera, I was like, ooh, ooh. But anyway,
Well,
we're here to talk about the V12. The V12. Now, you like smaller wheels, and I say that because the Sherman and the Monster Pro are not wheels that you really look at for your wheels, Jediah. But
well,
that's because you're a lot lighter than me, and you can push those other wheels to their limits.
well, not necessarily true.
Okay.
You're right. I do like smaller wheels with bigger diameter tires, but I was always hoping that they would release a 100-volt monster, but then when they did release the monster, because it had the what was it, the oscillation.
Mm-hmm.
So I was kind of worried about that. So I never jumped on the monster because I always felt Gotway pretty much scaled up the MSP instead of building from scratch for that size. And I'm sure you've mentioned that before because you've had it. But this particular monster, I'm looking at it. I'm watching Kamikaze. I'm watching a bunch of guys ride. I watched Law ride it, and I'm like, wow, this one you might be able to push it hard. I'm not sure. If it ends up being a wheel that you can push similar to the MSX, I would absolutely, because I want a wheel that does 60 miles an hour.
Right.
That's pretty much it. It's not to do 60 miles. It's just to be able to have that buffer. You know what I mean?
Right. No, and I get that, but I think my point for that was saying that since you normally go for the smaller wheels, I guess you're saying it was because you're doing hold on, it says I'm offline. I don't know if that's true. Let's make sure. I think we're still good, but I'm getting a message on the interview tab that says that we are offline, and I hope that is not the case. Hang on. No, we still look good. So my point is that you might like the V12 because it's a smaller diameter wheel. It has a little bit bigger of a form factor than the others, but it's a little bit smaller than, you know, like the Monster Pro or the Sherman. So you tell me.
I did some measurements last night.
Yeah.
And it's not too much taller than the MSX, than the MSP. I mean.
Oh, right. Okay. You were looking at the measurements they gave. Yeah.
Yeah, the measurements they gave. Yeah.
Now I would be curious. Look at the measurements given for the monster. You said the MSP is what you were comparing it to. Look at what's given for that, because you know sometimes what you measure is a little off from what they're actually given, and you know what I mean. They may be a little, but I'm curious to see it nonetheless in person. That's what I'm looking for, because it's definitely something I want to check out. But let me first of all, let me say what's up, Francisco, my man. Thanks for the super chat, brother. Let me put you up here. Yeah. Super sticker. I appreciate that. So, I don't know if you guys know. Let me cover this real quick. What I'm being told is the design of the V12. The design of the V12, and I'm gonna switch over to the other screen so I can show you what I'm talking about. The design of the V12 was inspired. It was inspired by some artists, and I didn't realize it. You guys know the nickname for the V12? Anybody know the nickname they gave it already? It's called the Bishop. It's called the Bishop. And when you hear that and you look at it, you're like, yeah, I can see that.
I don't trust pastors.
So, but then they have. Let me show you the artwork that they're saying it was inspired from. Oh, hold on. There's a front view. I know you guys have seen these pics. Then there's the top down view there. There's the view that you get with the we got the USB-C, the USB port, and the charge port. Our stats. But here's some of the artwork. These two images are from the artist that this was inspired from what I'm being told. I don't know if that's accurate, but it does kind of look like an alien there.
Futuristic. You know what I get from the wheel? I mean, not to say that's where they were going. Like a little sister to the Sherman. Like
a lot of people are saying that.
Yeah, like I don't think they tried to like emulate it. Like, oh my God, this is a Sherman, but you know, the square, boxier, you know, sturdy.
Yeah.
Kind of. Yeah. I like it though.
I'm gonna say one thing and then leave.
Okay. Go ahead.
To her point. I was watching EUC Chronicles. It was Sensei Vegan and EUC Chronicles.
Oh yeah, I watched that.
And yeah, Sensei Vegan mentioned that it looks like a child of the Sherman. The Sherman and the Nicola.
Yeah. It made me laugh.
So maybe they got inspiration. Because look, it's a 16-inch wheel. How is the diameter? Is it 3-inch?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Exactly. So that's a Nicola.
Yeah. Right. And it has the
battery.
And it has the spiral lights.
And similar battery.
Yep. I agree. And it does look like it has the spiral from the Nicola, then it has the square from the Sherman.
From the Sherman, yeah.
Yeah, I can see it. When he said it, I bust out laughing because I was like, okay, that's a good one.
I'm going to go, but don't forget to mention the tracker that he said there is on there.
Oh, yes. Yes, guys, there's a tracker on it. So if you lose your wheel or someone steals your wheel, because you ain't losing it, someone may steal it, then there's a tracking in it. So you can track your wheel, like Find My iPhone. We can find my wheel and then go bust some heads and get your wheel. I mean, talk to them nicely and get your wheel back.
The appropriate authorities.
Take care, guys.
All right.
Great show.
Hey, thanks for jumping in. So yeah, let's jump into comments. I know I'm way behind, so I'm just gonna skip through and say what's up. Law said he's gonna try and get in when he gets home. 250 connection, but somebody's in their pajamas. That's okay. No worries.
Gotta wear Zoom attire. Raised up.
Yeah. So Harp said, I think this will carry the same hype the 16X once did. You're right, brother. That's how I'm feeling. Honestly, I felt hyped for the 16X and I'm hyped for the V12 right now. So I'm thinking the same thing. I agree with you on that. Let's see.
What do you think?
Say again?
What are you thinking for off-road? Because as soon as you told me it was a 16-inch, I was like, no way. With those specs at a 16-inch, I'm like, off-road, I know you.
Yeah, you know it. But I mean, we'll see because it doesn't, like the 16X off-road, I love it. So I'm sure I'm going to love this. It has the same 3-inch wide tire, 16-inch profile. I think that it's going to be dope off road, and it has more power. So as long as it feels that same amount of like torquiness or whatever, I think we'll be good. I think we'll be
Right.
good. Let's see the touchscreen. Oh yeah, Bunny Slipper says the touchscreen looks great, but how sturdy is the housing around the screen? There's a video of them messing with the screen, and I don't know if you guys have seen that yet. Matter of fact, give me a minute to pull that up, and I'll put that on screen. Let's see, how much did Mickey have in the V2? Oh, how much input? Well, I don't know how much input he had before it, but I know that he is working on trying to make sure. Let me make this background white. Trying to make sure that we get what we want as far as a good product. He's
Right.
not. He may not have been there from the start, but he is working on making sure they do what they need to make sure we have what we need out of the wheel. So it should be pretty dope. Let me see if that looks better in white. Let's see. Yeah. Hey, Ruben said one word, 100 volt. I'm with you, Ruben. I'm so glad it's 100 volt.
It was a good move. Like
Jose said, if it's smooth as the V10, then it might be the best wheel ever. Well, let me tell you. Well, you say the V10, but the V11 is a custom-made motor, and it's super smooth. So if it's as smooth as the V11, that's what I would say. I think that they did the same thing. I'm thinking that they built another custom motor for this wheel, so it's going to be incredible. That's my thinking. Wilson says we'll just see how it rides. Safety features like waterproofing and ease of access to the tire would be nice. Looking at the side, these guys had an image of it on its side. I didn't get a chance to grab all the images, but it laying down, and it looked like you had pretty good access to the wheel. You might be able to get it out a little easier than in the past, but we'll see. Bunny Slipper says the V12 has the 80s Knight Rider look. Yeah, it did kind of remind me of that in Mickey's 1 minute video there where it showed the lights. I actually thought of Knight Rider, the kit. I was waiting for the song to come on. Dun, 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 dun.
You add your voice to the wheel.
Yeah, it would be dope. I think it could work. Oh, Law said, he said, Showtime, you got to ride seated when it's windy. From what you were saying earlier, tell him why you didn't. What happened?
I leaned forward and it beeped many times. I stood up so fast.
What did it sound like?
I was like, oh no.
It wasn't for you?
No. And I love riding seated. I love it.
But what's wrong? You didn't want to beep ride?
No.
Beep riding ain't that fun. Not for me. It's nerve-wracking. Okay, so Electric Simon said, is it hollow motor? No, it is not. From what I'm being told, it is not a hollow motor. So people having the problems with that, it's not a hollow motor. So we're good with that. Moose, buddy from work, he said, happy St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patty's Day to everybody out there. Those who are celebrating, you probably are doing some tipping back already, and it's probably not water like I have in here. But if you are, hey, God bless you. Do your thing. Be safe. Let's see. What do we got here? Thought hollow motors were the future. Yeah, this is a good point. So he said he thought hollow motors were the future. Surprising to see them go back to non-hollow motors, whatever that's called. Well, a solid core motor. Hey, thanks, Levette. I appreciate that. Thank you for that. Super chat. Yeah, a solid core motor is what we were working with before. And I don't know if this is a total reversion to what we had before and it's not going to be any more hollow motors, or if they just reverted back to that until they get this sorted out. I don't know. So Mad Pack is in here. What's up, buddy? Good to see you too. He said they are killing it. Loving the V12. Is a pleasure to ride it. I told you. He's one of the people I know has got it and testing it and riding it. So he's gonna give us more feedback when he can. You know, they're held and oh, that's another point. Let me just say this right now. Please, people out there, give them a little leeway. The ones that have the wheel and are testing it for us and giving their input, they are under certain agreements with the company to only say so much and only show so much. So please don't give them a hard time when they're not giving you everything and showing you everything now. Mickey, Mad Pack, and I know there's a couple others. Those people that are doing that, please give them a little leeway. Don't be hard on them because they can't give you all you want right now. It's coming. But they're under agreement, so give them a break. Let's see. So, oh wow, I'm way back. Ustride, you're right. You can safely ride the top end and InMotion wheels with my 16X. I'm rolling the dice. Yeah, InMotion is safer.
Yeah, like that's a good feeling to know. You're like, oh, it's 43. Like I could probably actually go 43, you know?
Yep.
So I don't know. I just feel like even though it doesn't have the hella motor, they give a quality control that is reliable. So, you know, when they do certain designs, it's to the best specs that they could do. It's not like they just smashed the wheel together and they're like, all right, have fun at it. You know?
Yeah, I agree. I agree 100%. You know, one of the things that I look at when I'm looking at these wheels is, you know, like one of the biggest things to me is what I said to you about they take their time and finish the product.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about them. They finish the product. And I am very happy with the fact that I don't have to worry about what they're doing because I know that when I get it, it's not a half-ass done project. It's something that they took their time and really worked on, and it's ready for me, you know? But that's just, you know, that's just InMotion. Not everybody is that way. As we know, there's still a feeling of uncertainty and insecurity as far as the build quality on others. So, but we're, you know, I think they're coming around. They're coming around. I think they're listening a little bit. What you think?
You know, I'm not saying like I'm all about InMotion, but I respect InMotion because I, like you, believe that they give a finished quality product. Like, and there's no ways around it. You know, whether it doesn't go as fast as you want or it doesn't, you know, doesn't do this or doesn't do that, their product is completely sound in the way it's developed, you know?
And that's exactly why I get excited when they come out with something new because I'm like, oh, they put their work in. I know they put their work in. And I know no matter what, we're going to get something real good. You know, is it going to be everything you ever wanted in a wheel? No, because no one wheel is everything you ever wanted. I don't care what wheel you get because like the Sherman and the Monster Pro, those are amazing wheels in my opinion. But they're amazing, powerful wheels. But you're not gonna be doing all kinds of tricks on them. You know, I mean, the Sherman you could do some on, but the Monster Pro, that wheel, man. It's big and heavy, and I mean, you're not gonna be doing Cirque du Soleil on a Monster Pro. You know what I mean? You're gonna use a smaller wheel that's more nimble. So those give you the power and the high speed safety cruising ability, but they don't give you the super nimbleness to make so you can do, you know, spin around and do all kinds of tricks in between cones. And I mean, not saying you can't 100% do it. I'm just saying it's not as easy. Every wheel doesn't give you everything. So you have to know you need a good 3 wheels. That's my limit if y'all forgot. So this is going to be replacing my 16X for sure, but I may have to make some more edits because I got the Monster Pro coming too. So I may have to try and bargain and make that 4. I don't know. We'll see. So let's go back in here. We see. So Nick is asking me, yeah, what's the top speed that I've had on the EX? 41.9 is what it read, but I had set the top speed to 42. I don't know if I had set it to 45, if it would have let me go. I'm not sure. So I'm still working with it. I still don't have the EX 100% down, but I had some fun riding it for a couple of days. Wait till you see the video. It's coming. It's coming. I did more stairs on this wheel than I ever. So let's see. Tech Man, what's up? Get some neck speakers. You know, I have a neck speaker too. It's not the top of the line one. It was a cheapy one that I saw. It worked really well, but when I have my jacket on and a good helmet, my good helmet, that new helmet that I have and everything on, putting something on my neck, and it's not always advantageous. So being able to hook a speaker here is probably the best bet. We'll see how it goes. Let's see. Rob Hitch, what's going on from the UK, brother?
Hey.
And what's the rumors on the V12 price? I think that's going to really determine how successful the launch goes. Go, George, go. What's up, George? Good to see you, buddy. Yes, I think, George, the rumor, well, I won't say the rumor because I didn't actually get any information as to what it's going to be priced, but I'm betting that it's going to be priced around $2,000, maybe $2,100. I say that because it doesn't have suspension like the V11. Because it doesn't have suspension, there's something less than what the V11 has. And even so, you're taking away the suspension, but you're giving it a little more power. So I think it's still going to be around the same price, $2,100, $2,200 tops. I think that's around the area we're going to. And if they come out at $2,100, $2,200, if they come out that or lower, it's going to fly off the shelves. Off the shelves. They're not going to be able to keep it in stock because there's going to be a lot of people buying this wheel. Yeah. Oh, and then look, Tex, he said the same thing. Yep. We got Francisco, King. Okay, so Mick also says, I heard King Song have a 100-volt suspension wheel about to drop. I don't think I'd want to do 40 plus on a suspension wheel if it has rebound like the S18. It depends because the EX, because it doesn't have a whole lot of, it doesn't have the reverse chamber to give you that negative on the suspension. You don't really notice it on the speed. I mean, there's a slight hesitation on the brake, but I mean, I was able to compensate, just put some more weight into it. So as long as the suspension is not super bouncy, it won't be a problem going that fast. The suspension will just help you, honestly. Help you absorb those bumps at high speed.
Yeah.
When I'm rocking the V11 and riding 34 miles an hour and I'm going good, I hit a bump and I'm like, all right, I got this. You know what I mean? Obviously, I still bend my knees, but that suspension really helps absorb that. So I think we'd be all right. So Law says the EXN needs a 3,500 watt motor and I'll buy two. So actually, what's the EXN motor? I completely forgot. What is that? I thought it was 35. Is it 32?
No, I think it's like 26.
27. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Maybe it's 27. I completely forgot all of a sudden.
Right. I know because we're doing all the other specs. I'm like, anybody in the group chat now?
Yeah, but you should know that by heart since you're getting that wheel. Just saying.
We should know.
All right, whatever. Yes, Mickey calls it the Bishop. Yes, he does. So he said that's a nickname. Maybe that's just the name he gave it. Could be. I like it though. Let's see. The V12 looks very fast with those sharp corners. It does. I love it. Let's see. Will be the fastest at the wheel. So Law, he said he's calling it now. The V12 will be the fastest at the Wheel Life Indoor Rally. Okay, Law. You might be right on that. Now,
as soon as you read the specs, I thought about it myself, honestly.
Yeah. Just remember the next Wheel Life Indoor Rally is coming up. I didn't put out a flyer yet, but it's coming up May Oh, what's the date? I completely forgot. It's the end of May, and the 29th is, I believe, the date that I set it up for. But the flyer will be coming out in the next couple of days. It'll be Sunday, and if you guys want to come up for the indoor rally, we're doing another rally, so be ready for it. Let's see, Francisco. So much hype, can't wait. Yes, yes. InMotion V12 is unique. Forget, I can't say more. Is not a Nicola and not a Sherman. Yeah, okay. So that was our comment about it being a love child between the two. Mad Pack's riding it. He said it's neither wheel. It's unique. It's got its own flavor, which is good. Like I said, InMotion, custom motor, custom wheel, they do their own thing. That's another reason why I love them. If you think about what we were saying before about Be Gold or Gotway, they repurpose a lot of things. They had a wheel, they had an MSX, then it became an MSP, then it became a RS, but it's basically the same wheel. There was no innovation and super revision. There was just a little, add a little of this, add a little of that flavor, sprinkle a little of this, sprinkle a little of that. Whereas when InMotion does a new wheel, they literally break it down and come up with a new wheel. So I like that. Right? Let's see.
I did look up the specs, and it was 2,700 watt hours. I got it off at E-Rides.
Okay. Yep. 2,700 watts. That was the EXN we were talking about, people. Let's see. Oh, what's up? So Mickey, you made it in. I didn't see. I'm behind in the chat, brother. Good to see you. It should do the same. The 16X off-road. So it makes it a huge difference. Yes, I think so too. I think it's gonna be great off-road. I'm lost stupid. He said, OMG, it's Mickey from EVX. I'm starstruck. Yes, Levette, hi, it's good to see you. Yeah, sales. Zoom Wheels, Brian, what's up, brother? He said, can't wait. Like I said, if it works, you got sales in the UK. Oh, definitely going to be many sales in the UK, I'm sure. Oh, hold on. Leo says, guys, read the manual. Sorry to bust the bubble, but there is no tracker. The line says quality tracking. There is no mention of any tracker. Okay, Leo. So Leo is busting a rumor here. He says the tracking that they're talking about. Now, I didn't read the full manual, so I'm going by some of the information I was given. So if Leo read the full manual and that's what he's saying, he might be right. So Mickey, Mad Pack, can you confirm if there's tracking in this wheel? Mickey says, "Oh, gee, it's Law, the one and only. You two are nuts." Let's see. Oh, Splice. What up, Splice? Good to see you, brother. The one and only Splice in here also. Yes. Okay, I got a bing. Hold on. Nope. Don't want to do that. Is that you binging or is that me? I think that's you.
Probably me.
Yeah, I think that's you because mine's. So, oh, hold on. Marty, what's going on, Marty? And Marty says, wasn't Rose going to be on this show? Yes, she was, Marty. She rescheduled again. She had to reschedule. She's a busy woman. And wait, I'm Rose. Yeah. Showtime's gonna put on a Rose mask. Yes. If you look at the flyer that I had up, I put rescheduled on there because she will be on. But she needed a couple more weeks. So we postponed hers to a later date, but she is going to be here. Let's see. Oh, Real Talk says, I haven't seen V in a long time. How's she doing? Well, I haven't seen her on in a long time, but it's been a couple weeks since I did a show. I'm sure she'll be back in the mix shortly. But I haven't heard anything negative, just probably busy. So we'll check on her after the show. So oh, look at Brian says a shame it's not 45 miles per hour. Well, Brian, they went from 31 miles an hour you know, and then they bumped it up to 34 miles an hour. Now they bumped it up to 43 miles an hour. They're getting there.
That's all I can say. I'm digging it, you know? Progressive.
Yep. So Brian says it's a shit. No, not that one. He said, love to see Veteran 2 16-inch. Well, honestly, I don't know. I think 18-inch. I don't know why 18-inch to me seems like the best size. Yeah, these 16-inch wheels have done great, but a guy my size, I feel like an 18-inch wheel is the smallest that they should go. I think they should, because the 18XL, was a great wheel. And I just think that 18 is a good size. I feel like 16 is a little too small, but that's just me. That's just me.
Competitive, probably so, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Law says Monster Pro is a trick wheel if you believe.
To him.
Yeah, Law. Every wheel's a trick wheel to you because you crazy and you doing all kinds of stuff on wheels that we ain't doing. So yeah, every wheel's a trick wheel to you. But Bunny Slipper says V12 is a luxury wheel. Lights, speakers, touchscreen. It's a party. That's right. It's a good time. It's a good time, as Law would say. Louis Charles from NYC. What's up, man? Good to see you. It doesn't. Yeah. So Law says if Veteran makes a wheel that doesn't dip on turns, I'm jumping ship. Honestly, I didn't really. I guess when you ride something all the time, you don't pay attention to it as much. So I'm riding the Sherman most of the time. So when I went to the EX, I was like, oh. And then when me and Showtyme were riding and we swapped, I gave her the EX to try, and I was riding the Sherman again. I'm like, oh, it does have some pedal dip. like I don't really realize it because I ride it all the time. But then when you go to a different wheel and come back, you really notice how much dip there is on a turn, you know, and it's not a lot, but it's there. So Ruben says, does the V11 also have a 3-inch width tire? Yes. So Splice says that's where the front ribs come from, the alien pick. Probably. Yeah. Well, Jose says it might be an RS killer. I think it might be. I think it might be. What's the top speed on the RS? What's the top speed on the RS? Somebody hit it up. You typing over there.
Right, because I'm looking at specs, but I'm like, Law should know that offhand. But I thought it was like 45, but I don't want to be quoted on that. Let me look.
Oh, wait, hold on. So I don't know. He said the EXN is 2800, but it's 2700 battery. Yeah.
Yes, watt-hour battery. Yeah. As opposed to, I think it's like 3500 on the EX.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, Zoom Wheels Brian says, I've got the EXN and I'm not feeling it. Wow. Not feeling it.
That sucks.
Oh, that was you. Hold on. I hit the wrong one. I meant that one. I've got the EXN and I'm not feeling it. I'm surprised. Let's see. And as to your comment, we need the MSS stateside. We do. And
so bad.
While I'm on that subject, the maker of the MSS will be here on the show next week. We will be talking to Daniel next week, so come back next week. So yeah. Okay, hold on, Mickey. Did everyone forget that InMotion vowed to never make a high-speed wheel or go 100 volt? This is why this is monumental wheel in the community. I remember, Mickey. I remember. Even on my show, remember he was talking about, they're working on it. He's trying to get him. He's trying to convince him. And he said, we are working on something, but we're trying to convince him to go faster. We're trying to get him. Like it was a, something hard to do. So because the super safe InMotion company that felt before that they would never have a need to go above 31 miles an hour is now at 43 miles an hour. is a huge deal. They didn't feel a need to go above 84 volts, and now they're at 100 volts. It's a big deal. So you're right, Mickey. I'm feeling it, and I do think it's a big deal. So, yeah, Leo says hoping for 2,000 or 2,200. I hope so too. I hope it's not going to be 2,600. Okay, Leo says he read the manual and he did a tracker on the word search, and there's no tracker. Francisco said, "OMG, EVX and law! Wow, you guys are nuts." The V12 should be a Sorcery Circus. What's up, man? The V12 should be a decent build for some of us who ride questionable. When you say ride questionable, do you mean ride crazy, or do you mean are not super experienced in ride wobbly? What you mean? What you saying? Let's see. OMG, it's the Francisco. Not Francisco, but the Francisco. Okay, V's working on her new business. Brian must have talked to her recently. Let's see. Jericho till the good enough for sending it as hard as you would on MSX MSP. Yeah, we'll see. We shall see. Francisco also says Happy St. Patty's Day. Let's see. I think I missed. I must have missed it. Brian, why did you say? Did you give why you're not really feeling it? Is it just because of the speed? I'm assuming that's why, because it doesn't go as fast as you want it.
Details.
Yeah, he says 50, but I don't know what he's talking about. Okay, so Law says he hit 45 on his RSS without dying. Was it screaming at you though, Law? Was it screaming? See, now Ryan's content, he's saying, I'm still waiting for a wheel that is 18-inch wheel, suspension, and 3,200 watt-hour battery pack. See, I'm the same way. I want an 18-inch, no smaller than an 18-inch with a fat battery, a fat, strong motor, and suspension would be nice too. But hey, we don't always get what we want.
Right, but because then now we're going to want it to be a certain size as well. And I think that's like part of the problem. You know, people have all these wants and then they're like, 100-pound wheel, what? You know? So
yeah.
More range, more weight.
I mean, there's so many, like, every wheel is different, really. I mean, honestly, it really is legitimate. And I'm not just saying that because I want every wheel, because I would love to have every wheel. But, you know, it's not that. It's because every wheel is legitimately different. And, I mean, if you think about it, you can't get everything, but we keep pushing. And we're getting more and more in these wheels than we ever have before. So that's the amazing part. So that's why I'm so pumped also, guys, because, like, think about it. Like Mickey said, these companies were saying, no, we ain't doing it. No, we ain't doing it. And then all of a sudden it's like, okay, all right, maybe. And now it's like, okay, we're doing it. So it's exciting. It's an exciting time. Look at this. Law said the Monster Pro is more fun than the EXN. What? But the EXN fits in the car better. Now, let me ask you this. Well, I can't ask you that because you didn't ride it yet. You didn't ride it yet, the Monster Pro. So I have to wait till I get it in, and then you ride it, and then you tell me. Because at that time, think about it. Your EXN and my Monster Pro will be coming up on the same shipment. So,
dun, 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 dun.
Oh, am I excited? I can't even hold it together.
I'll just chill over here. When it shows up, I'll be there.
Oh, okay. So Splice is saying that you're gonna pay for a tracker and computer touchscreen. Well, like we said, we don't think there's a tracker now. Going by the manual, it doesn't say anything about the tracker. It just says something else. when it comes to tracking. I forgot what Leo said, but there's no tracker in it. And we haven't got a confirmation that there is from either EVX or MadPack. So I'm thinking at this point there is no tracker, that was just a rumor.
Right.
So, Ivanka. Oh, this person hit me up. Does anyone know where to get EUC maintenance? Definitely. I think you said you were in Boston. I know that there's several people in Boston that do EUC maintenance. So if you guys are in Boston and you do EUC maintenance and you can help, he needs a tire change. Or she needs a tire change. I'm not sure, Ivanka. I'm not actually familiar with this person, but if you can help them out, it would be appreciated, because it is somebody in our community who's asking for help. They need help with a tire change. So Boston, reach out to that person. Ustride, maybe you can help them out. Somebody. Let's see. Law said there's no hearing the beeps at 45. Law, there's no hearing the beeps at 40. I was doing 40. I know I was doing 42. It said 41.9, but I was going faster than I know I was, because I went faster than I did before, and I didn't hear the beeps until I played back the video. So I was dangerously close and didn't know it. But
usually when you hear the beeps, it's someone else's wheel, but you think it's yours.
Yes.
Like,
remember that? Remember when we switched wheels and it was beeping and we were like, was that you? No, was that you?
I'm not trying to figure it out.
We just slow down. Just slow down. Yo.
Seriously.
So Ellie Wood, I'm with you. I just want an EUC which never cut out. Yes. And the only way to do that is like InMotion does the tilt back. And honestly, if we stop turning it off, because I ain't gonna lie, I turned it off too like a dummy, because it's on the EX and I turned it off. At least I saw an option that looked like that's what it was, and I turned it off. So I think I'm gonna go turn it back on and try it. So let's see. As in flights of stairs and other assortment of yeah. Oh, that's Jericho. No wonder. Hold on. He said something previous. Yeah, like send stairs. Yeah, sending stairs. Jericho, you're another crazy one that'd be doing all kinds of wild stuff. As in flights of stairs on other assortment of sends. Yeah, you be sending it. We give you credit. Good to see you here, Jericho. Let's see. Where did he say? It's called a bicycle, much cheaper. He's so stupid. There's that sense of humor. Cisco says, yes, the MSP is super fun, especially in Polo. Yeah, okay. That's another good idea. So that's another good option. When you're playing a game like Polo on an EUC, you want a 16X, or I mean a 16-inch wheel, or maybe, something like that, 16-inch, 18-inch. But you don't, the 20-inch wheel, the you don't want the Sherman playing Polo. Not saying you can't use it, because you can, but saying you don't really want a Sherman. You don't really want a Monster Pro when you're playing Polo. You want something smaller and nimble and torquey, like a 16X or, MSP, something like that. Let's see. Monster Pro beats the EX. Monster Pro beats the EXN hands down. Okay. All right, Bri guy. Remember, that's for you, Brian. Let's see what's like for everybody else, because not everybody has the same style, not everybody has the same opinion, and not everybody is gonna like the same thing. So let's see what the whole. I know I'm gonna like the Monster Pro because I wrote it, and I can't wait for it. But we'll see if I like it better than the EXN.
I wouldn't compare the two, but yeah, I could see someone preferring one over the other, absolutely, for different reasons.
Right. So Law says if the RS didn't dip on turns, the MSP would be irrelevant. The MSP is still my favorite handling wheel. Okay. And he be handling some wheels, so.
Like what he does with all that tricks in and tight turns and stuff like that. I could see the pedal dipping being like a variable that is not like conducive to his style of riding, you know?
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Francisco said this isn't a Jason Bourne movie. There's no tracker. You're so stupid. So Ivanka says thank you, and Ustride says I'm changing the tire for him. So great job. Thank you. Appreciate that. I love when we help each other out. So EXN has the same issue as Nicola. Too chunky on top. If you shim your feet out at the base with foam, some kind of spacer, it makes the EXN more beautiful. Okay. The EXN, I mean, I'm sure it's going to be heavy because it's got some good battery. But let's see how it feels for me. Let's see how it feels for you.
I think it's like 70 pounds. So the EX is like 90 pounds.
Right.
Right. So it doesn't have the range. So I think that's why it's lighter, if that makes any sense, you know?
Yeah. 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 I mean, it's already, it is what it is. So the only thing they can do now is like, you know, tweak the software, tweak the firmware to help it out, make it a little bit better, you know. So Ryan Content says, I agree with Elliewood, whichever wheel has less chance of a cutout. Yeah, cutout we don't want. So anybody that's had one, I can tell you don't want. When seated riding, you can hear the beeps. Yeah. Yes, Brian. So she should hear it, right? Yeah, because she be riding seated and she's shorter. Height joke. So Law says an 80-mile-per-hour wheel will never cut out because you'd probably never get that high.
Someone would. And
somebody would.
Yeah, we could name a few.
Somebody would. Let's see. Who else we got? The V12 is a perfect polo wheel. You're right. Let's circle back to that. Thank you, Mickey. That is a perfect polo wheel because it's a 16-inch, more power, and it looks like it's going to be agile. I haven't ridden it, but from what I understand, it's pretty agile. So I'm going to go with Mickey, who is riding it and says that it would be a perfect polo wheel. Yes. So Ruben said polo on the Monster is like really playing on a horse. Oh. Okay, bunny slippers. You might be right. 4 is the magic number. If I can get 4 wheels, I'll be good. I think I may have to have a conversation in this household.
Come with roses or something.
Yeah. Jericho says, was there a KSS20 coming out? My MP24 will be here soon. Yeah. Your Monster. Look, the Monster Pro sick. Yeah, I know you're going to love it too. I want to see the paces that you guys, extreme riders, put it through. But yeah, there is a King Song wheel coming. I don't know if it's a KS20 or what it is, what's going to be called, but yes, it's coming. Mickey's inbox must be packed with people looking for the inside scoop. Yes, I am sure. Look, people, it's a like button. Go ahead and hit that, y'all. Go ahead and hit that like button. So let me go back to the pics real quick so you guys can look at that again. You can see how beautiful this wheel looks. I'm going to be honest with you. I think this is one sexy wheel. I think I am super excited to get this wheel. And I'm going to agree with something I heard somebody else say in another video. Excuse me. This V12 has a weird look, but so did the Sherman. When we looked at the Sherman at first, I was like, oh, what? What is that? My first reaction was, I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it. And then I rode it. And then I rode it again. and then I was hooked.
Yeah.
So I think this is going to be the same type of thing. I could be wrong, but I think this is going to get people hooked. I'm just saying, maybe I'm wrong, but who out there feels the same way I do? Tell me if you feel the same way I do about getting hooked on this wheel. You have a strong feeling. What you think?
I mean, everybody always has a complaint, and then they start riding, and then, it's just like a car. You just get used to what you're used to. So if it's your wheel, and the specs are pretty decent, then it's going to be the new wave, The crazy thing is, the first thing I thought when you said it was 16-inch, I was like, ooh, Polo, that'd be nice.
Yeah, I thought about it too. And now that he's saying that, I'm like, okay, you're right. It would be good for it. So I'm anxious to get there. We haven't made it to Polo yet, but we will. The weather's breaking, so when the weather comes back, I think we're gonna be all right. Let's see. Yeah, so Tony says, can't wait to see all your blockbuster quality videos about the V12 EVX, Madpack, and others. We can't wait to make videos on it. Mickey's already started. Madpack is, I'm sure, already started. So it's going to be amazing soon. So I can't wait. I can't wait to touch it, get my hands on it, and make my own videos, the big guy review, because I'm telling you, I want to know how it handles a big man. That's what I want to handle. Mickey, he's my man, but he's definitely a lot lighter than me. Madpack, a hell of a lot lighter than me. So I'm just saying, I want to see how the V12 handles a big man in the game. All right, we shall see. How does it roll with 220? Well, I can't say 235. I can't say 230. I can say 228 now. Oh, losing it. A couple pounds at a time. Let's see. So Law says the reason you don't want pedal dip on turns is because it's safer to scrape at the heel of the pedal than on the toe. Exactly. Scraping on the heel, you can skim over the pavement and the gravel rather than dig into the dirt. True. If you turn real hard and hit something with the toe, obviously you're gonna fall over. If you turn real hard and the pedal's flat and you just scrape the ground, you can still make those turns and just scrape. So there's the difference. Why dip is dangerous.
Most definitely, I agree.
Yeah. Jericho said, "Hey Mickey, I got $14 for any inside info. Check your Venmo." You guys are stupid.
I love you guys.
Oh yeah, you guys are hilarious. I'm loving it. So how does the trolley handle lock in position? That's a good question, Mickey. I wanted to know that too, because in the picture, which I'll go back to again, you can see the trolley handle there. But when you look at it, let me scroll to the other one. There you can see it. There you can see it. Actually, I don't have the other picture. There's another picture where it looks like it may be like locked in. So is it locked in, or is it like the V10 where it's always just sitting there? Because it looks like it's sitting there, but then I also thought maybe it locks in between that piece at the back. So let me know, Mickey, does the handle lock into place, or is it just out there like that the whole time?
Yeah, it looks like the V10. Someone mentioned it, and then my second thought was like, maybe we can just get a splice card and protect it.
Yeah. Oh, hold on a second. Let me look at.
Or a U-rail.
A U-rail. There you go. Yes, that's Sunday. I said 29th. Yes. Okay, so everybody, I'll mention it again. Electrocycle's in here. What's up, Jeremy? He said, is there an event May 30th? What the heck? Yes, there's an event May 30th. Sunday, May 30th, we are doing the next Wheel Life Indoor Rally, and that is going to be, it's a little late. It's going to be 6 to 10, but show up at 5, get us all set up, and it's going to be 6 to 10. That's because the place, that's when they have the availability to let us use be on the weekend. A lot of people said they wanted it on the weekend. That's the only time we could do it, is on a Sunday at 6 o'clock when they're done with everything else. So May 30th, that's when we're doing the next Wheel Life rally. So if you can make it, I told you guys put that on your calendar. I'm gonna put a flyer together now, maybe in the next 2 days, so that I can put it up and people can refer to it. Let's see. Brian says, I love riding 45 plus as it's the buzz of it. Yeah. Listen, I do too. I'm not going to lie. When I'm buzzing along at 45 miles an hour on the Sherman, there's a feeling that I can't replace. And Showtyme can attest to the fact when we were riding the other day, she's like, okay, you can't keep riding at 40 miles an hour. And I'm like, I can't help it. I can't help it. Like, once you ride the Sherman all the time, your regular speed is like 42, 43, 44. That's like my regular speed. So it's kind of hard. Now I'm on the EX and I'm like zipping, and that's why I didn't realize it was beep, 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 because I'm riding at that top edge all the time.
Much love to you who just like riding 50 miles an hour. Like, I don't know.
Okay, so Law says in the pictures it looks like it has the trigger release like the V11. If it does, then that means it locks into place like the V11, and I'm hoping that that's what it does. And Bunny Slipper says, was I dreaming? The V12 with 4 speakers? Yes, 4 speakers. Dope.
That's InMotion style, though.
Matter of fact, let's not. Oh, hold on. There's some things that we didn't say yet, and I want to go back to it. I know this is what we're supposed to be talking about. So yes, it has that dope side light. Here, go back over here. Then it also has. Come on.
I feel like you should be playing the Silhouette Challenge music in the background right now.
It looks so sick. But look at that headlight, y'all. It has that. It's supposed to be like a automatic headlight where it changes. I think it changes like due to where you are, the lighting that you're in at the time, brightness and stuff. I'm sure you can adjust it on your own, but they said there's some sort of AI features that help it to adjust to the lighting, and just look, 4 different lights in there. That it's gonna be crazy. I know it's gonna be crazy. I think that's an amazing upgrade. That touchscreen right there, it's not too big, and it also looked like it's gonna be easily replaceable. So if you do smack it and break it, I think you're gonna easily be able to replace that screen, because it's not all one piece. And actually, can we see? I can't see if there's I see a lift switch underneath the main handle.
I see it,
but I don't see a release trigger. So I don't know if it has a release trigger, and I don't know if it locks down or not. It's hard to tell.
USB-C cable, right? Is that what I see next to the USB one?
Yeah, USB-C and USB.
Yeah, look at that. Innovative. Yeah. I like.
Yeah, that's new. And for those of us that use items that use USB-C, a lot of the Apple stuff is going to USB-C, and a lot of even the Android stuff is going to USB-C. So that's gonna be like clutch in the future. So I'm loving that too. Let's see.
I just love the time.
Hold on. So Electrocycle said, my son is wearing my green and black Cobra shirt for St. Patty's Day. I got my green on. Oh, and I didn't show y'all. Look at my new chair. Got the green. I ditched the blue. Got my green on my chair too. Yes, I do. Yes. Is that a dope chair? Hold up.
Dope. It's dope.
Yeah. Let's see. So, what's up, Leik? He says, like the V11. Yep, the V11 right back there. Yes, I like it too, and the V12 is gonna be dope. See, Lewis says the same thing. The V12 looks like the Sherman and the Nikola. We said that, but they're saying that it's not anything like either. It's its own animal. So, is it rubber at the front on the top of the light? I think so. They were talking about that in another video. I think it might be rubber, but it's hard to tell. Let's look at it again. Like you can see that there is a different, you can see right there that there's a different, like a difference in material. So I don't know if that's rubber or just a different hard plastic, or if there's just a separation there so that when you break it, I think someone else made the point that I was already thinking, that looks like a bumper. Like they made their own stock bumper. That's what it looks like to me. You know? Right?
Yeah.
Doesn't that what it looks like? Like they made it so that when you crash it to the front, that's what hits.
Yeah. And it looks rubber.
Yeah.
Or some sort of,
I hope so.
Soft.
Yeah. One Wheels AUC purchase it. Okay. Showtime, you giving a plug. Yeah, Trippy's in Chicopee, Mass. If you ride One Wheels and you're looking for safety gear, definitely go check out Trippy's in Chicopee. Electrocycle. Jeremy is definitely working out of that. He's selling a lot of stuff over there. So if you're looking in the area, he may have what you're looking for. Oh, my man, Afiz. What's up, man? What's going on, brother? Good to see you. Yes. Let's see. It has the Cobra lights. Yes. I'll call it that. Even if they don't, but yeah. Bunny slippers, you stupid. V12 is the fastest briefcase in history. 40 miles using the touchscreen. You know what's funny? When you guys look at this, I'm gonna go to the other photo real quick. You can see that they were talking. See how the touchscreen is, but they were talking about in the manual. It says you are forbidden from using your cell phone while riding this wheel. I was like, oh, now they making the law.
Well, they're like, considering InMotion, I think is like one of the safest wheels. They're like, okay, we know you're going to use it, but you won't say that we didn't tell you. You know how Gotway was selling all of the wrist guards, and they're like, if you're at this top speed, we're giving you wrist guards. So, I think it's one of those kind of things.
I agree, and I think that's why they're doing it, because they're trying to make sure that if something happens, they're covered. You can't say they didn't tell you, and I think that's the point. You can't say they didn't tell you. But looking at these specs, oh no, wrong one. That's not the one I want. Go back. Okay, sorry about that. If you look at the specs on this here. Looking at this typical mileage, this is what I was talking about. This is for what they're giving you. They're saying you can get 99 miles on it. If it's fully charged, like I said, 75 kilograms, which is 165 pounds. If your payload is 165 pounds, so that's the most you can weigh. 25 degrees Celsius, which is 77 degrees. No wind, and cruising at the flat road at 20 kilometers per hour, which is 12 miles per hour, which you're never going to do. You're never really cruise. The only time I'm cruising at 12 miles an hour is when I'm talking to somebody next to me and we're having a conversation about something. That's the only time I'm going that slow. But, but then you have
maybe you're riding with your daughter.
What was that?
Well, maybe if you're riding with your daughter.
Yeah, my daughter has a scooter that goes 15 miles an hour. So
right. So maybe that's one.
Yeah. Actually, I was riding the scooter with her, riding 15 miles per hour in Ludlow in that park the other day, and of course I ran into somebody on a skateboard, a powered skateboard.
Cool.
It wasn't a LaCroix. He had a I forgot what it was called. It was one of the smaller boards, but he chased us down. He was like, "Yo, what's up? What's this?" And like, he wanted to know what I was riding and all about it. So he maybe, I don't know if he's gonna see this at some point, but what's up to the dude in Ludlow who chased us down and had a conversation, and we were only doing like 12 miles an hour. But let's see what else we got here. What alarms do you think I should have set on the EX at 260 pounds? Listen, dude, you got me beat. One of the few people that do. I can tell you what I did. I shut off the two alarms, and then I had the speed set to 42 miles an hour, and it hasn't cut out on me yet. Honestly, I don't. I don't. But you can keep the tilt back on. I'm gonna try that next, and if the good thing about the EX is it has the battery capacity, not the motor power and the battery capacity are high enough that you don't have to worry about like the 16X. What happened to me? It cut out because the motor just can't take it, and it, you know, the battery gets a little low. You're going a certain speed, and it all just not gonna. It's not gonna be able to do all those things, and it's gonna cut out. The EX has more power, it has more battery, and it has more ability to hold you up. I'm 42. I think is the high comfortable speed that you can go on that wheel, because the lift speed is like 50 miles an hour, 52 miles an hour, something like that. So I think 42 is the high speed you want to go. So you can set the alarms if you want somewhere around 40 miles an hour, and I think you'll be good. Let me know if you have any issues.
Don't do that at 40% battery.
No,
like you know what I mean.
No.
He's gonna be like,
no.
Black told me.
No, the key is you need to do this at 100%. Ride it down. For real. You ride your wheel down to it's like 40% is the lowest that you want to go. When it gets below 40%, your ass needs to be charging somewhere. So, like legit, nobody needs to ride below 40. Even at 50%, your ass needs to be charging somewhere. So, okay. So Law says 34 to 35 miles per hour. Top speed is safe on the EX. Well, he's more of an expert than me. But I can tell you that I've been riding it at 41.9 miles an hour. And I did get the beeps, but it didn't cut out. And I rode it down from 99 point whatever the battery was at down to 38%. And I will tell you the mileage was disappointing at my weight, but I'll go over that in the upcoming videos. Let's see. Okay, so he's asking, I hope you can ride it in the rain. Listen, remember, wheels are not designed to ride in the rain. However, if you refer back to what I have over here, you can see that it does have an IP rating. The body has an IPX5 rating, and the battery itself has an IPX7 rating. So it's probably more waterproof than any other wheel, but it still is not waterproof. So let me rephrase that. It's water resistant more than any other, although IPX7 is basically waterproof, but I still wouldn't risk it. That's just, I would ride in the rain sparingly. Just saying. So, Afi said, sup Zoom Wheels, Brian. Yo, Afiz, have you gotten your hands on it yet? Have you touched the V12 yet? I don't know if they sent it to UK and to any of you guys for testing. Let me know, man. Bunny Slipper says 40%, then you ride 12 miles per hour.
I'm in agreement.
But you know what's funny? Legit, at 38%, I was still binging 41.9 miles an hour.
You were, but you did get nervous because you checked and you're like, oh, we gotta go.
I was nervous. You know what I was checking? Is like, why the hell can't I hear no beeps? Why isn't it beeping? I was like, it should be beeping. It ain't beeping. Why ain't it beeping? Like, and then I watched the video and I go, it was beeping. I just couldn't hear it. I couldn't hear it. So, let's see. So, Law says EX can handle more, but I like lowering my chance of cutout. I need a 60 mile per hour wheel to ride 50. I agree. I agree 100%, because this is not what you want. Face planting is not what you want. You know, but you know, it's not. It don't have that. So, oh, shout out to EUC Vibes. Yep, my man.
Yes, I love his YouTube.
Yeah, Tommy, go check out EUC Vibes, people, if you haven't. Tommy's funny. Funny dude. Good brother. I like him. So yeah, I'm gonna go back over here so we can check these pics out again. I know you guys have already seen them, but the one that I like the most, besides the spec sheet, because obviously the spec sheet is where we live at, but
35.
knowing that it has the USB-C is lovely. Seeing that touchscreen is lovely. Seeing that front light is amazing. But look at that freaking profile. Maybe it's because Mickey does a hell of a job of lighting and taking the pic and taking the video, because his videos are dope, as you already know. But I'm loving, absolutely loving the profile of this damn wheel. Ooh boy. I guess I need to make that arrangement for that 16X sale that I've been holding off on.
Yes.
I've been holding off. Yo, Vibe says Showtime.
Can't wait for the weather to break so we can all link. Finally.
Yeah, Tommy, appreciate you too, bro. Yeah, we have to ride. Speaking of that, I'm gonna be doing some overtime lately, or coming up, so it's gonna be chopping into some of the ride. But Friday morning, I can ride.
Morning.
Actually, tomorrow I don't go in until 11, so I can ride for a couple hours in the morning if we do early. But I am going to do a lot of overtime. I got a couple things I got to take care of. So I got a trip to Puerto Rico upcoming next month. So I'm trying to get that situated. Let me get you back in here. Trying to get that situated. You know, got to have that spending cash. Got to have that trip money because I'm planning to do a whole lot while I'm there.
The sun. That's what you need to do.
Yeah. Well, you know, the sun is a must. There's nothing I can do about that in Puerto Rico. You're going to be getting that sun. So Vibes is saying V12 was looking hot. I instantly didn't like it for some reason, but it's already growing on me. I told you, it's just like the Sherman, bruh. Like you first see it and you're like, nah. But the more you see it, the more you're like, maybe. And then by the time it comes out and you get it, you're like, yeah. But I'm already at a point where I'm like, yeah. Like I've already got past the initial like, I already got past that. Already I'm feeling it. So I hope that you guys are feeling it too. I mean, how many people in the chat feel that they're definitely getting this wheel? If you're definitely getting this wheel, let me know. Give me a thumbs up in the chat or give me something. Let me know how many people are 100% on board, definitely getting this V12. Yo, Nick just jumped in. What's up, Nick? Nick says the 16-inch tire is too small. I felt the same way, Nick, but just tell me, look at that and tell me that don't look dope. Tell me that don't look ready to ride. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I want a bigger tire, but tell me that ain't ready. Like, that looks amazing. It reminds me, like I said, when the 16X was coming out, I was like, ooh-wee, ooh-wee, ooh-wee. And that's what I'm feeling on this one. It's got me thinking, I can't wait to ride it. So, you know, it is what it is. So Nick says pass. Electric Simon saying yes. Law said there's sun in Vegas, guys. I know, brother. I know. I'm coming that way eventually. I'm coming that way. Okay, so Vibes is saying, hey, Law, are you liking the V12? Do you think that it'll be good for stunts with some law pads?
See? I think the 16-inch wheel serves a purpose. Like, not for everyone, but it does have its purpose.
Yeah.
I don't count. Yeah, you
definitely. Know? So Abdulaziz is definitely getting it. Levette is getting it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Leg is getting it. I see you, Showtime. I see. That's true. We are working on something, Law. Don't worry. We coming. We coming. Nick said emotion needs to think about the biggins. I'm just hating because I'm fat. Yo, man, the 16X was, look, as big as I am, you know,
you
I
were
was
killing
putting my big behind on that wheel and rocking. So it can
And
be done on this on a 16-inch wheel. And this 16-inch wheel that you're looking at, the V12, has more power. So I think you're gonna be all right. Don't worry about the size. At least try it. Let's see. Let me put you back in here. Law says, oh, what? I think I just took it down. Knowing InMotion track record with their tuning, the V12 is gonna corner like a beast. 18 is what shines off road though, right? You're doing more off. Well, not always, because that 16 shines also. 16X shines off road. I think, you know. D Tut, my man Danny Dan. Thanks, brother. That's my brother from another mother over there in New York. Good to see you, man. Let's see. Okay, so Nick is saying definitely a good first wheel. That's the other thing. That's the other thing that I'm thinking about. Those people are just getting into it. This would be amazing for them. If you're just getting into it, to have everything already there for you, to have the speed that's dope, to have the power, the range, because the range is amazing for, especially for a lighter person who's just starting out. That would be crazy. The touch screen, the nice handle. This wheel is a home run for so many people, I think.
I do too.
Yeah. 16X is a dope wheel, and the V12 will be also. Yes, I agree. I think so. So Law says the 16X is now irrelevant outside of having the best handle. Well, you know what's funny about that? Unfortunately, there's a lot of wheels that have come up that have put it out, pushed it off to the side. And the only thing that it had, I think, over a lot of them was that it was a 16-inch with torque. Now that this is coming out, it's going to be hard to like get a 16X when you know the V12 is there. So I think he might be right. Inevitably, this is the last thing that pushes it out. It still will be a good wheel. That will be a good starter wheel, but the price is going to go down, and more people might go towards that because it'll be the older wheel. But I think the V12 is going to be amazing. I really can't wait to ride it. Francisco says the V12 has an all-around full package for first-timers looking to grow with it. Yep. You know how, to that point, imagine I had started with a V12. I would not have been ready to upgrade so fast. You know what I mean? Yeah, I would have grown with this wheel.
Right.
So that's a good thing. That's something that I think is gonna work. 16X is underpowered and can't book it off-road the same as the RS or the MSP. You're right. It's not as good as the RS or the MSP, but I think it's an amazing wheel off-road for if you're planning to do jumps, high jumps, you're doing Jericho DOS or a Law, then no, the 16X is not for you. You need a little more power. So the other 18-inch wheel MSP or RS is for you. But for those that aren't quite as wild as you guys, the 16X is amazing off-road.
The torque on it is amazing.
Yeah.
You know?
No doubt. Let's see.
And it's rated for a 350-pound person. I'll say a Westerner person, yes.
Wait, a biggin. As my man just said, Nick. So let's see. Ryan says V12 is perfect beginner's wheel. Cool looking wheel. I might get for when I'm teaching new riders. Yes. See, that's what my 16X was. My 16X was my teaching wheel, my beginner wheel for people who are just learning. This is definitely a good wheel to replace that. So who gave this live vid a thumbs down? Is EVX in here? Yes, he is. But I don't know if it was him. Francisco. Oh, he's sitting right here. Yes, EVX is definitely there. So I can tell you right now, this is still. I'm going to go back to it again. A a different looking wheel, a futuristic, different looking wheel. It is a separation from what has come before it. It is an advancement when it comes to InMotion, and it is not the same old, same old. The only thing I hope is that they did get a new motor. I think that, and you know what I mean? Like if they did that custom motor for the V11, I hope they did the same thing here for the V12. And from what I hear, it's super smooth and has power, and it's definitely something that you're gonna want to ride. So I'm looking at it and I'm getting anxious and excited the more we talk about it. So that's why I wanted to do this quick show. What do you say? A new rider getting this wheel will wait all summer. Maybe not best option for them if they just have cash for one wheel. Well, if they're a new rider getting started right this minute, yeah, this wheel is not going to come right this minute. It doesn't come out at least for another, month and a half or two. I think the full release is April 1st, but the actual supply is not going to be till June, I think. So no, or July, I don't know. But I know you're not going to get this wheel anytime soon. So you're right about that.
Right.
But if it's something that you can wait for, this is going to be amazing. And if you're not planning to buy more than one wheel, maybe you're going to have to wait, if you're planning to get this. So Nick says it's like more sci-fi lantern. Francisco says 80s cyberpunk EUC. So Wilson says it's still hard to get the V11, the S18, and the veteran. Yeah, well, listen, it's still hard to get them. Never mind trying to get this new wheel. You're right. A lot of people are still waiting on those wheels. So I feel it. I get it. I understand it. But this is what we're working with, y'all. This is what we got. So
Right.
I think it's super sexy. I think that they did a good job as always. I was expecting it. I got what I expected. I wasn't sure if they were going to keep the suspension in it, but I think that they built this wheel to compete definitely with the 16X, but I think their thought process was also trying to compete with the RS and the MSP as well.
Yep. Absolutely.
So I think it's in that space where it's competing with all of that, and that's what it's looking like right now. So,
but maintain their quality,
yeah.
like.
Oh yeah, yeah. They're killing the quality, killing it in the quality game. There's no company, because even King Song, which I like their quality as well, nobody touches InMotion. Their quality is just top notch.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm worried about though? I am worried about the seat. Because if that handle does stick up like that, I'm wondering how they're going to make a seat for it. And I'm a big, lover of the seated riding. So I don't know. Say again?
He made a V11 seat.
I know. And I mean, you can see that crazy looking seat.
Yeah, but
it
I'm
works.
just saying, yeah.
It works.
They know that seated riding is an option. I'm assuming they would have designed a wheel that they knew.
Oh, I know they're gonna make one. I hope that it comes right away. I hated the fact that they made me wait for this seat, and I had to rig my own seat and all that. I hope that InMotion lets the seat come out at the same time that the wheel comes out. Like the Monster Pro, my seat's coming with it. That's what I want for the V12. So Ryan says the V12 can handle 350 pounds. I'm slacking at 250. Can finally start eating again. I've been having to slim down for my S18. That's funny. If only InMotion, they could rival the Monster. Well, they're climbing. That's a lot. That's a big ask for InMotion, a company that said they'd never go past 31. So that's a big ask.
Oof. Well,
Yeah,
yeah, because Monster is like in its own, you know? Like even for Gotway, you know, like it's like there's the comparison wheels and then there's like the Monster.
yeah, you're right. You're
Yeah.
right. You're right. It's like it's the epitome, the pinnacle when it comes to street, especially street riders at high speed. There's nothing that can touch it. The Sherman's right behind it, but there's nothing that can beat it. It's amazing. The Monster is amazing wheel. So I think that InMotion is going to tackle another. I think they're going to tackle a higher speed suspension before they go after the full Monster high speed kind of thing. But that's just me. I don't know. I could be wrong.
I know we know. Yeah, I'm sorry, but we know a lot of riders that use the Monster, but I feel like the Monster is not for everyone. You know, so I just don't think InMotion is even on the wave of trying to do a comparison with the Monster at all.
I agree. And I think that the reason that what you said is perfect, because the Monster is not a wheel for everybody. It's not a wheel that everybody's going to jump on. They know that. It's a niche wheel within a niche. So you know what I mean? Like EUC period is a niche field. There's not a lot of us. And then the Monster is a niche within that because there's not a lot of people that ride the Monster. They're like, nah, that's too big. I don't need all that. Or it's not as nimble. It doesn't work for me or whatever. So they know that. So they know that's a smaller corner of the market share. They're still trying to make wheels that everybody's going to love. So I don't think they're going to attack the Monster yet, but I don't know. That's just my guess. They're doing things that I didn't think they would do. So, you know, it is what it is. And yeah, so Nick says seated riding is the future. I won't buy a wheel with no seat. I agree. If you ain't got a seat, I don't want the wheel. I mean, yes, I rigged the bicycle seat on both my wheels, the 16X and the V11 when I got them because I couldn't wait. I was like, I have to have a seat. So I think these companies need to come out with a seat immediately.
Right.
So King Song, InMotion, Gotway, seat always. So Tony says, I agree. Love switching between seat or not when riding. Yep, definitely. Afiz says the Monster Pro. Love mine. Yeah, man. I know. I love mine too. It's an amazing wheel. I don't even have it yet, but it's an amazing wheel. You see it? I'm telling you, I love mine already. It ain't even here yet. But I rode it, and even though I hated how he had it set up, I thought it was the worst setup ever because it was tilted forward and had no pads on it. I still loved it. Still loved it. And I'm so anxious, and I can't keep talking about it because then I start getting excited like a little kid. So I try not to talk about it too much. So Afiz said the V12 is so smooth to ride. Power delivery is linear. So you have ridden it, Afiz. Okay. You just slipped that in there. So are you going off what you got from others, or are you going from experience? Afiz, listening? You talk to me, brother. Talk to me. So, guys, again, do me a favor. Go ahead and hit the like button if you haven't already. We don't got enough likes on there, so go ahead and please hit that for me. I would appreciate that. Definitely, guys. As you saw in my last video on working with Yuko as well. Oh, I wanted to clarify, son. E-Wheels is still in the mix. They still my peoples. Jason is still my man. Somebody asked me in a comment, oh, so you're not working with E-Wheels? I'm like, no, that's not the case. I'm still working with E-Wheels. Jason has been really good to me. Jason has done a whole lot in terms of handling everything I needed. He's always been there for me. So I'm not like I'm jumping ship or nothing. It's just Yuko has now been added to the mix. So again, Yuko, shouts out to Rose and the guys over there. I appreciate what you guys have done. They sent me the EX and I thank you for that. but Jason is still my man. Don't think that I'm moving away from him, and he has been great to me. So guys, continue to support E-Wheels. He's been around and been supporting for a long time. Just remember that there's others like Yuko who are up and coming as well. That's, there's room for all of us. Everybody wants a wheel. People can't get them fast enough. So, if you're closer to them and you can walk down the street and go buy from them, I would probably say do that. But if you're closer and, you've already worked with Jason, you already got a relationship, I would say do that. So, that's how I'm looking at it. That's how I'm going forward. So Nick says he knows. Yeah, Nick, what's up? He says I can't deny or confirm. We know what that means. Y'all. Does he have it?
Booyah! Let's go.
I know he has it. Nick said Yuko got begolds. E-Wheels is taking a break. They're not taking a break. He was doing that, but he is selling them again. E-Wheels does sell them again. He took a break while they were trying to fix what they were fixing, and he was helping us to force them to fix it.
Right.
So he was not abandoning them. He was just helping us to get them to make the fixes that they needed to, necessary changes that we as a community were feeling needed to be made. So Mickey said, "Uh-oh, trader, shots fired." You stupid. No. Yo, love my whole team. Monster Pro braking is beautiful, but without good pads, it's miserable. I will go one step further for you, Law. I think braking without it is dangerous.
Yeah,
I don't think it's just miserable. I think it's dangerous.
It's
easy to fall off the back of that wheel, just like the EX. If you lean hard because you're trying to sit down on the wheel, and because the wheel don't move as much and as fast as you need it to. So you lean hard and go back without pads to grip and pull the wheel back with you, you might go right off the back end. So I would say without pads, it's dangerous. That's just
90 pounds? Yeah,
that's my experience. That's not me fictitiously talking or just saying it off the top of my head because of what I saw or heard. This is me telling you from experience on both these wheels. I think you must have pads. I don't care what pads you have. I don't care if you make your own. Like Law makes some great pads, but you got to have something on that wheel. Yo, I wouldn't ride it without. I'm just saying. And yes, Panda does it, and God bless him. But I wouldn't stick nobody on the wheel without pads. Let's see. Yeah, Nick, because E-Wheels values customers' house is not burning down. Yeah, see? That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly why I was happy with what E-Wheels did. They took a pause to make them listen, and it helped. Because what did we get from them before? Oh, we don't watch YouTube. That ain't true no more. So I'm happy that they stepped up and helped us to try and make sure these are safe as can be. Not everybody agrees that the fuses they added and the changes that they made are enough, but they are definitely steps in the right direction. So I'm glad that we have people helping us out. Yes, definitely. I agree. Support.
Yeah.
So all right, people. I think we are gonna wrap it up. I'm glad that everybody got a chance to say or chime in on what they felt about this magnificent wheel. I hope that I'm right. I hope that you're all right and that this wheel is just as great as we think it's going to be. But, we shall see. Oh, Nick said, agreed, pads on the Monster Pro. Archie wheel wasn't that bad, though. Definitely a Biggins wheel for sure. Loved it. Yes, yeah. I don't agree with that, bruh. Because the way that he had it set up, lean forward like that, I felt like I could slide forward. And then when I tried to sit and lean back, I felt like I could fall off the back. So I felt like without pads, it wasn't it. Just wasn't it. I was able to look past that though, because I still love the wheel. I would just like, pads immediately. Immediately. Take it out the box, put on the pads. that's just where I'm going with it. And he said, yeah, he had it on medium, not hard. Yeah, that's another thing. I would be riding in hard mode. I always ride in hard mode. I don't want no wishy-washy. I don't want any wishy-washy. None at all. I want it as firm as it can be. That's what I'm going for. That's what I want. Because otherwise, you going into turns and doing all that, you can already have some play going into turns. So then you add a little wishy-washy because you got it on soft or medium, and then it's double. And I'm like, yeah, no. That's not working. So, yeah, Nick, me too. Hard mode for sure. All my wheels, hard mode is it. What you riding over there, Ash? What's your favorite mode?
Hard. But that's just my preference, you know?
Yeah.
And I respect anyone that rides in any other thing. I think, based on Panda's like playlist, I think medium works for him.
Yeah.
In the city of Boston, so that works for him. But I think maybe on our terrain and our style of riding, hard works better for us,
Yeah. I agree. And it's definitely how it depends on you. So here we go. All right. Any last words? Any last words when it comes to our V11 here? I'm gonna throw it on screen, but you go ahead and say what you feel. And looking at this wheel, what do you feel? What you feel?
I mean, it's just sexy. Every time you put it up, I'm just like, where's the Silhouette Challenge music in the background? And I can't wait to put my feet on it, obviously with the pads. And I want to see those lights. I think InMotion have great lights.
Yes.
So, yeah, I'm just, I want to touch it, feel it. Someone in the comments said that the brake light, the headlight or whatever, I see that little nose on there. And I think that was, designed for that. So I don't see that being an issue. The handle, I'm pretty sure it's not going to be like the EX handle. So, we'll see. And I hope they have a seat coming out soon. But
right.
Let's not count it out because we all counted out the Sherman design with that box. Like, look, and it was just so rogue, and the purchases went out the roof. So let's just give it a chance,
Yeah, because there's people still waiting for their Shermans.
Yeah.
So, okay. So he was asking. Well, Mickey answered it in the comments there. But what is hard mode? Off road is the mode that you're looking for hard mode on the V11. Ruben said medium on the V2 Monster. Tried all 3 modes today, just for the hell of it. Yeah, I tried those modes, but too squishy, too mushy. Hard mode for me.
It's different.
Plus, on the Sherman, Mickey was saying that if you have hard mode, if you have it in soft mode, and you're worried about that gap in the takeoff from 0 to 15 or 20. If you push it hard, you may get a cutoff. Yeah. So, but Man on the Move said the handle, is it secure in a crash? Oh, Mickey, I didn't get an answer from you on that. Is that handle? Does it have a lock? Does the handle lock down? And Mickey says no seat. He don't ride with a seat. He don't like a seat, or they don't have a seat. Is that what you're saying? Don't tell me they ain't making one because they better. Unless the community begs for it. Okay, we need to beg for it, y'all. Beg for a seat right now. Start talking to people. If you're ordering something, when you contact them, say, "Hey, I need a seat for the V12." If you're talking to anybody in the distribution world, like Afiz, talk to your people. Mickey, I know you're already talking to him, but Mickey, talk up that seat, brother. You have their ear. Oh, he said that's what they told him, is that unless the community begs for it. So we have to start begging for it now because I gotta have a seat.
Yeah.
Brother from work, JB Stern. JB, what's up, man? My man JB. He retired. Let's see. So Ruben says, I actually like acceleration in soft, but braking is horrible. Yeah, I just can't do that.
Yeah.
All right, Mickey's reiterating that they won't make a seat unless the community begs for it. So I'm gonna start putting up posts now. The V12 must have a seat. You're gonna see that post tonight or tomorrow. Must have a seat. Let's see. Ruben says if I could have soft acceleration and harder braking, that would be great. Well, unfortunately, you got to choose. Soft mode is just pretending you have a weaker wheel. I think the trolley lock would break in a crash, probably, but we'll see. Yes, Afiz, please talk to them. Nick says no seat, no sale. I feel you, Nick. I feel you. So, all right, that's the last look. I'm gonna give you that last look. That last look. Look at that wheel, y'all. Look at that wheel. Does that look crazy? What? That's just amazing, right? And when I look at what they did, all I can do give them some applause. I think they did a hell of a job, you know? So I'm happy with it, with what I see so far. I'm happy with the specs that I see. I'm not one of those people that feels you have to have everything. So I feel like they did a good job. I think they put into play all the requests that we asked for, and or at least most of them. And that's just what's up. So if you guys have a chance, post something with a picture of the V11 and a seat and say we must have a seat or something. I don't know. You guys are creative. Come up with something. We must have a seat on the V12. Excuse me. So please help us to get that seat, people. And that's all I'm gonna say. So if there's nothing else you got, Ash, I think we're gonna sign out, people. I thank you guys very much. I appreciate everybody for hopping in. You guys did a hell of a job as usual with coming through. Wheel life, baby, wheel life. I will repeat again that anything that you want, any wheels, e-wheels and Yuko, I have links to both in the description below. If you're in the UK, you can go through my man here, Afiz, on erides.com. I have a link for that as well below. So feel free to go ahead and do that too. Oh, my man Scar King came through. What's up, man? It's been a minute. It's been a minute. Long time. Yeah, thanks, brother. Thanks. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. But yeah, I know you looked at it too, Scar King, but you know, this is what we was talking about. You see that dope look, but yeah, description below if you need anything. Reach out to me like usual. Many people reach out to me during the week. And I do the best I can to get back to you, trying to link us up. If I know somebody, then you know somebody, because I'm going to link you with who I know and try to get us continuing to spread this positive energy that we have, this flow that we got back and forth. I appreciate this community. I truly do. You guys are amazing. So thank you once again. Showtyme, my partner. That's my partner right there. Yes. I appreciate you coming through. You know, as always, that's my girl. We ride together, ride or die right there, ride or die. So you guys tune in next week, because we'll be talking to Daniel from EUC Service, talking about the MSS, talking about the Monster Sport, and what else he has coming up. He's got some good stuff coming up for you guys. So we'll see you next week. Y'all remember, until then, make sure you ride hard and keep it real.